What happened? That was weird. It didn't go off.
No bomb.
No bomb. All right, man. How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from this beautiful world? Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. This is where we are mixing three types of cheeses, one of three types of cheeses, and one of three types of styles of beers. Let me get that banner up for you guys so you can see it. Subscribe, like, and heck yeah, show your support. Cheers to the comments and the chat and everything else out there, and cheers to the panel here. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers.
Bumpy Road Brewery.
Cheers.
East Coast Elk.
Yeah,
Sure. East Coast Elk Reviews. And Beer Man here. You guys are making me red here. Hold on, I'm getting red. Hot. Okay, this must have been the cheese.
You're blushing.
Blushing, man. Jeez. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do this, man. And let me see real quick. No, never mind. It's already on the banner. No, it's not on the banner. It's not on the banner. Let me show you guys what we're doing real quick, just so everyone's on point with it. Where's the picture at, dude? Never mind. I forgot what we're doing, but I think it's any IPA. It's a Belgian Dark or what's the other one?
German Pilsner.
German Pils mixed with a Feta, a goat cheese, and any smoked cheese. So
Anything smoky.
that's what we're doing. All right, let's start with Miscellaneous and get our beers and cheese showed off first. Cool.
So I'm going to start with the cheese. I've got a Feta. It doesn't come in a wrapper, and I couldn't take the container because I scored it from work. But this is Cisco brand. If you're not familiar with Cisco, they're a large food purveyor in the United States. So yeah, the Feta. There's the Feta in all its glory. It's crumbly, moist, all kinds of things going on with that. It's a party. God damn, I get to get to Bumpy's house on fucking Tuesday one of these days. Sorry, my son came out. All right, so the beer I've got is from, it's very hard to read because they decided they were going to put these bright, like, yellow letters on a neon can. Williston, Vermont is where this company's from. This is from Burlington Beer Company. This is their Uncanny Valley. First shot at some Burlington. This is a New England IPA. This one comes in at 7%. No can dates. Just a code on there. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anything from Burlington, so here we go. Pop the cherry, boys.
Excellent.
They make some really pretty looking beers from what I've seen. And there's noise in the background. Shut the door. Killing me, dude. Kids, man. So you got about 2.5 finger, very tight knit, frothy head. Yeah, murky, slightly dark colored OJ. Almost like a mango juice type color. Looks very similar to the beer that I just reviewed.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah.
Cool. Looks good.
Smells different.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
All right, man. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Right. Bumpy.
All right. So, much like Miscellaneous, except mine's actually in a package and I didn't score it from work. But from Claire Family Creamery, they're out of Wisconsin. I have Feta goat milk cheese. So I think that means.
So there you go. We're covering two categories. I think most Feta is goat cheese now.
Yeah.
Only had a smoked Feta goat cheese, if that's a thing.
Right. It's farm table award winning. handle the package. It's packaged with care as well. So, yeah, I'll open this up and cut it afterwards. But I'll show you my beer that I'm bringing. This is an interesting one. This one, it's called Dry Hopped Zwickel. It's a Zwickel, so it's a German Pilsner that's dry hopped, and it's in collaboration with Bitburger out of Germany in Deschutes. So,
Wow,
There you go. That's badass.
that's crazy.
got the two different brewery. You get the Brauer Master there from Bitburger, and then the head brewmaster from Deschutes.
Oh,
On the
cheers.
That's awesome.
And Bitburger. Shit.
Let's
Fancy.
give this one a pour, and we'll see what it looks like. It is unfiltered, but they did follow the Reinheitsgebot.
Oh, cool. All right.
It's a little bit of a darker Pilsner. I just thought it was going to be
It is
a
pretty
little
dark.
brighter than that. This is
Like amber.
light kind of, it's copper, I guess. Call it copper. The head is fairly fluffy and white. Some rocky sides to it, though. So we'll see if it sticks around, if it leaves a thin layer. Good effervescence, though. Good carbonation flow, which isn't showing on camera. I just had it too. You see it? Yeah, there we go. So, all right, I'll open up my cheese, and
That looks good.
there we go. Cheers.
Cheers, man. All right. Thanks, Bumpy. Tanner.
All right. So for my cheese, I got Vermont Creamery goat cheese. It says classic Chevre. I don't know.
Yeah, you got it. Killed it on the first try.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I've never had goat cheese before, so this could definitely be interesting. And I saw this today, and I was like, "Wait, that's the beer that Bumpy was telling me about." And I was like a little thrown off because the can looked kind of odd.
Oh, you're bringing the resin.
But this is 6 Point Brewery resin.
Hey.
It's
It's gonna be interesting.
double IPA, 9.1% ABV, 103 IBUs, 9.5 SRM, which is the color of the beer. Best by June 9, 2022. We remember our first sip of hoppy beer. Do you? Nearly spit it out. Now we fantasize about this stuff, thinking about those hop cones bursting with juice, ripe as all hell. Makes you look forward to that first resin all day long. Can't wait. So
It's a good beer, dude.
yeah, Bumpy was telling me about this, so I definitely wanted to try it. These guys are out of Brooklyn, New York. So yeah,
Brooklyn.
Warmer off territory.
so hopefully it works out. So cheers, guys.
Awesome. Cheers, man.
Oh, I didn't even pour the
Do you
beer.
want to pour it?
It's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting, dude. I've never tried a goat cheese IPA.
Yeah.
I've never tried a goat cheese. This is funny too. This is like a they put these in like the seltzer cans.
Yeah, you got to get like their limited release stuff to get the regular 16s.
Definitely golden color, finger and a half. White head, actually slightly off white head. Looks like it's gonna leave a little bit of a lacing. Nice and hazy though, a little bit of clarity to it. So, ooh, that smells good. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
All right.
Make some quality beers up there.
I never had 6 Point.
It's good.
Okay. Cheese first.
The
All right,
Bengali, dude. I recommend the Bengali. It's very good.
Here we go. Let's get that over there. Yeah, I'm doing a goat cheese too, a honey one. I got it for $1.99. It was 5/1 sell by date, and they say you can go 3 weeks after or so with goat cheeses as long as they're not open and sealed. So, or otherwise they get hard, or you might get the mold or whatever the heck. But yeah, it just looks like goat cheese. You know, you guys have all seen that. Tastes good. Mm. And then what I'm bringing for the beer is a Belgian Dark Ale. It's a 10% from Freem out of Hood River, Oregon. I think Hood River, yeah. Hood. Yep, Hood River, Oregon. And 10%. Enjoy it 45 to 50 degrees. It's about that. And it's got a cork. So here we go. I had done this before on this show, on someone's show.
Careful, don't shoot your eye out.
I got it. Ugh. Hands are slippery. Yeah, don't look at that, huh?
Is there a bullet? No, oh my God.
Nice.
Living on the edge.
Okay. So a nice head there. Nice frothy, just silky looking head. Great retentions, holding up pretty good there. Nice brown, almost kind of a light brown actually. Light brown color, hazy, can't see through it. Has that nice funk smell to it with a bit of malt. A lot of malt actually. It smells pretty balanced actually. Cool. I look forward to this. Let's get over back to Miscellaneous. Hello.
So yeah, I guess let's start with the cheese. Feta. It's team Feta versus team goat cheese today.
Right? It is.
Wow. So yeah, it's definitely it's white, looks like cream cheese. It's definitely got its own specific texture. Kind of crumbly, kind of moist. Kind of break off your little pieces of that on the nose. Salty. Smells like a salty cheese. Salty, bit of grassy like funk. Yes, it smells very umami and yeah, I mean, I don't know if you never had feta, it's pretty distinct and unique. It's nothing really close. So I guess let's try a piece of this. Oh God, it's so salty.
Uh-oh.
It is very salinity is very high with this cheese. Other than that, definitely creamy, definitely milk forward. Kind of has that raw milk thing going for it. And I can't say for sure that this is goat cheese, but I'm pretty sure that it is. There's just a slight touch of some barnyard there. Very, very subtle, not overpowering. Just enough that you can pick up on it. So, not bad. All right. So, yeah, the beer from Burlington Beer Company, the Uncanny Valley. Yeah, head didn't stick around. Definitely threw up some pretty good lacing. Color's great, opaque. Ain't seeing nothing through that on the nose. This one's light tropical. Juicy. Some movement. Ooh, all right. So it's definitely definitely has some dank hop notes going for it. Stone fruits, mango, pineapple. I almost get like papaya. There's an earthiness to it. It's probably come from some of the hops. I just got a slight floral right on the tail end. No hardcore pine, no big resin, boasting resin notes out of this. 7%, no alcohol present on the aroma. Smells good, man. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. That virtually has almost no bitterness to it. All right, so definitely malt forward. Crackery kind of biscuit thing going there. Fruit wise, I guess I definitely getting like a earthy papaya type of note. Mango. Yeah, slight pineapple as well. I do get some bitterness when you clench your tongue up to your top, to your hard palate. Definitely brings out some resinous qualities in the beer. Very, very good. Like I said, virtually no bitterness other than that. Definitely malt juice bomb forward. Very, very good. All right. So in typical fashion, I'm going cheese before beer. That always seems to be where it's at. And this is salty, so Godspeed.
Cheezers.
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 It's like salty mozzarella, but with like raw milk, slight gaminess to it. Wash the salt away. Really did anything for the beer. So let's try some beer, and then we'll have another little slab of this cheese. I don't know how much of this I want to eat, but yeah, nothing really. Flavor wise, like didn't elevate the beer, bring it down. Nothing with the cheese before beer. So yeah, let's go try it the other way. That's not too bad. Definitely a different effect. The beer, having the beer than the cheese, brought the salinity of the cheese way down. Took the funkiness out of it, and basically it tastes like mozzarella. That's pretty much it. I kind of wanted to go with like a lighter, maltier beer, and I thought I had a German Pilsner. Nope, Czech Pilsner. Wrong country. So, not bad. Like I said, no study, because Beerman said don't look at anything. I never do anyways. I just go off the cuff, wing it every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not bad. I'm going to poke around, take a couple more stabs at this, but it's the best pairing. I don't know. Definitely had better stuff than this, but I don't know. I had my opportunity to use Feta, and I got it for free, so I can't argue that.
Right. It's worth a try.
The beer was free too.
That's excellent.
All free everything.
Well, thanks, Miscellaneous, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude. Cheers, brother.
Cheers,
All right.
man.
Let's get Bumpy up here.
All right. Well, let's attack this beer first. Now knowing that this is going to be very salty, probably with the Feta. So, aromas. It's got the bready, doughy malt aromas coming through. There's a hoppiness to it. It's floral, slightly fruity, kind of along the lines of grape or apple type fruit notes. So yeah, floral and probably more towards grape type aromas out of the hops. All right, cheers.
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 Cheers, Bumpy.
Bready, doughy, a little bit biscuity, right up front with all the malts. Moderately bitter for a Pilsner on this one. Kind of earthy toned hop. A little bit on the floral side as well. I don't even think I said what the ABV was on this beer because I don't think I saw it on the can. I think it was on the box it came in. There it is, 4.9% ABV. So yeah, good. A lot of lingering hoppy bitterness to this one. Like I said, still earthy and kind of floral toned. The bread notes, the biscuits, all that doughiness does follow from the beginning to the finish. Kind of in the middle there's where the hops really start to kind of pick up, get some of those flavors and the bitterness. really hits on the tail end to just linger on. So this feta chunk of feta. It's got a little bit of a toe jam smell to it, a little bit funky. That's going to be the goat milk, I'm sure. It's got that funkiness to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sweaty gym socks, if you would. Or much like when I take my shoes off at home after wearing them all day with some damp.
But you got
feet.
the funky one.
Yeah. I can't smell salt on it, but let's go ahead and grab a little bit. It definitely has a moistness to it. There was a little bit of that kind of liquid when I plopped it out on the plate, like little droplets of liquid, and you can kind of see the cheese as well. You can't see it. I can see it though. The cheese is definitely sweating. There's little dips of like oily substance. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a bite now.
Cheesers.
Cheesers, Bumpy.
Yep. It's a funky gym sock of a cheese. There is a bit of salinity to this, but it's not super salty. Places I've had feta, well, in my mouth, but places I've had feta.
I hope so.
Some of those salads. I'm not sure what salad it is.
Like
maybe
the Greek salad.
Greek salad with like the olives and stuff in it. I've had feta there, but they usually kind of season them with like an oil and other substances. So I have had feta before, but I grabbed it in that jug, which you
Look at the cubes, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
it's like it's in like an olive oil.
Dude.
But that one mostly had all the dressing flavors on it. This tastes like when you have like a one of those Greek pizzas there where they usually put like, I don't know, you get sun-dried tomatoes and olives and whatever else, and then the feta cheese. Yeah, it tastes just like the chunks of feta on a feta on a cheese pizza that has feta on it. Anyways, so we'll eat some more of this. I'm glad that this one's not super salty. It does have a salinity to it, but it is bringing that. It's a lot of gym socks.
We did like I see mine came in a tub, dude. It's like in a tub like this big around like this. It's just a huge square block just like sitting in the liquid.
Liquid, yeah.
Can imagine how salty that brine is. Blood pressure be sky high.
Yeah. So the consistency also of the cheese, I didn't mention that. It's kind of got a slight kind of chewiness to it. It does kind of crumble up, but it almost has that little bit of a rubbery squeak on your teeth. So drinking the beer after having the cheese, it washes down a lot of that gym sock flavor off the palate. Maybe left with just a tiny bit of salinity, just a touch, but it does amplify some of the biscuit notes a little bit out of the beer. It kind of brightens up the beer a bit with a biscuity malt presence. Dials back on how kind of bitter it's kind of perceived on my palate. I think it also kind of brings it out of being that earthy toned type of bitterness and kind of maybe brings out more of this floral-esque in like grape, like fruit flavor. No, I'm gonna try this again though. Yeah, definitely. It kills the bitterness level a bit, but it does seem to brighten up the beer a bit too with the biscuit and the kind of more floral-esque flavor notes on the tail end. All right, beer. Feta.
Teasers.
Jesus, you scared me.
Your man's not doing good with the loud noises.
Yeah, that just kind of what that does is it kind of dulls down the kind of gym sock a bit from the feta cheese, and it kind of as I'm chewing it at first after drinking the beer, there wasn't much flavor, and then you kind of get that funkiness that starts to come in, but it's definitely lowered it down quite a bit. Yeah, it seems to be blending fairly well. I think the biscuity type notes, because of feta on a pizza, you're gonna have crust, so you're getting like biscuit type notes out of the beer. So I think it's working fairly well with that biscuitiness from this German Pils thing. So I'll continue to eat and drink, and
That's a good mix. That sounds like it. I think that's why I was thinking about it when I put it on there. I was like, well, German Pills would go good with that or something like. Yeah, it just sounds good together. Actually,
I'm happy with them. I wasn't quite sure what to think about feta because, like I said, I've either had it on pizza in a salad or that type when I had it out of the container with all the oil, which kind of drowns out the cheese, I think, and just brings all the spices that they add to the olive oil substance that it was soaking in.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool.
I feel super Greeky now.
Dude, I would see it'd be cool to sit down and like do this like podcast style. Like, oh, your cheese like you have two people got the same cheese, like me and Bumpy, and mine's salty and his is funky. It's like, well, let me get a piece of your cheese. I'll get you some of that.
Super fun to do a podcast. I'd love to do one.
Yeah, this cheese is definitely drying out my palate too as I'm eating it.
Yours is more like solid, right?
Yeah,
compared to like the crumbly feta. More
it
that
might,
like
it might crumble, but it's cutting pretty good. It does kind of crumble apart a bit in the mouth, but it also, like I said, has a little bit of that kind of
like the
rubbery.
chevre, like the goat cheese, how they have like the crumbly one, and then they have like the creamy one.
Mm-hmm.
And more that one that's more like a cream cheese texture than
Then they have the block cheddar ones too. That's really interesting. Nice, Bumpy. He's good. All right. Thanks, Bumpy, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers, man. Let's get Tanner up here.
Moment of truth.
Let's start with the beer. Right. As far as fruits, definitely get mango. I'm gonna go with mango, orange, and grapefruit. There's a light caramel note. Nice bit of hop resin. Some breadiness. For something that they say is 103 IBUs, I thought this was going to be like super earthy, floral, punch you in the face with hop resin, but it's still got a good amount of like juicy, fruity / tropical flavor to it. So yeah, gonna dive into this. So cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Be impressed with that. It's more like a shelfie, but it's a good shelfie.
I wouldn't guess this was 103 IBUs. The caramel note is definitely well hidden, but it does add a touch of sweetness to the beer. It's got a nice breadiness as well. Grapefruit is definitely very prominent on the finish. More pineapple on the palate than the mango on the aroma. It's got a nice lingering hop resin finish to it. The bitterness definitely isn't really noticeable right up front, but when it sits on your palate, it lingers and you can feel it on your tongue. The body's definitely it's a little bit lighter than I expected. It's still medium. Medium carbonation. This is a 9.1%. No alcohol aroma. No alcohol burn at all. No hop burn. All the flavors just meld together very well. This is a good beer. I paid $2.39 for a single can, so not bad. I do like these cans. This is cool. It says year round, whatever that means. The beer's probably year round. So now, would this be their flagship? Would you say? Maybe.
Yeah, that's the one that gets a lot of hype.
Probably.
It's good.
I mean, they got some other. I mean, they do have a lot of they do come out with a bunch of limited release stuff like that, but
it's actually it's honestly it's crushable for a 9.1% double IPA. I would say it's very crisp, refreshing. Maybe it's because I'm just like, I don't know, I'm getting used to bitterness, but this doesn't taste like it's 103 IBUs. As well, because I've been drinking IPAs constantly. That's usually what I bring to my reviews on lives and stuff. But yeah, I think the caramel note definitely does a great job kind of covering up that bitterness, and you notice it more as it lingers on the palate. But yeah, it's like pineapple, grapefruit, and then more of a like the lemony citrus. Definitely a very good beer. I've already drank like half the thing, and I haven't even ate the cheese yet. All right, so yeah, let's try the cheese. Well, let's actually go for the aroma on the cheese. Initial impression when I first smelt this, I smelt it a couple minutes ago while Bumpy was doing his review. It just reminds me of like milk. It smells like regular dairy milk. There's just like a slight tang to it. It's got a little bit of a funk, I guess. But it smells very creamy, buttery. Not really much of a saltiness. But yeah, it just kind of smells like regular dairy milk to me. But yeah, I'm going to try this out. So, got this little
Cheezers.
knife. So,
Cheezers.
yeah, good thing I only have one of them. Wow, this is good. This is super creamy, buttery. There's a little bit of like funk on the back end that you would, I don't know, it reminds me of milk. It's like a creamy milk. Nice sour note. It does have like a nice sour note on the finish.
you say you got the plain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, plain one. Okay.
It's almost like cream cheese, but with some extra.
That's kind of what it
Stuff in
reminds me of. Yeah. It is very tangy.
Funky and earthy.
This one, I don't know. It's not very earthy. It's got like a little bit on the back end, but I think the creaminess in the tangy flavor does a good job covering up that funk. It does taste like cream cheese. Honestly, it tastes like regular cream cheese. Like I could put this on a bagel. Yeah, very rich.
I will tell you this: they're not all goat cheeses created equal. They have some of them that the goat is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little worried.
You like some of that like petting zoo, like barnyard saison vibe.
I was worried when you guys said gamey. I was a little cautious when I heard that. I'm nervous, I guess you should say. Yeah. So let's try the Literally, I feel like I'm eating.
When we get done, you should bust out. You get you a sour and try with that. That's the fruited
Yeah.
sours, bro.
I think that would work good with this tangy.
Total banger, all the way. Can't lose.
Do people put goat cheese on a bagel?
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say
Oh,
this
yeah.
could go good on a bagel.
sure would.
I'm not sure if you think eating a lot of this stuff on a bagel like that would go very well.
Oh yeah, dude. With some honey goat cheese and a blueberry bagel or something like that.
every,
like a fruity
everything bagel or something, dude.
I was
Even
gonna
a
try
damn
the
Yeah. A
I
plain,
was
yeah.
gonna try the orange blossom one, but I was like, I want to try straight up goat cheese. I don't want to have any added flavor to mess with my initial impression on the
But you
cheese.
get the fruit infused ones that have like the vanilla and the blueberries.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I saw that one too. So yeah, let's see how this works.
it's good.
Yeah,
Cheezers.
try it out.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, super rich. It's got like a very, it's kind of astringent.
Yeah.
The citrus comes out. That citrus in the beer is like overly enhanced. It kind of mutes the pineapple and it goes more on the fruity side. The cheese is kind of dry, but it doesn't necessarily enhance the bitterness in the beer. It kind of mellows it out. Try this one more time. I think that's what I'm noticing. Like I said, this cheese is very tangy. So it's pretty much the tanginess in the cheese is kind of just enhancing the lemony citrus in the beer. The caramel note was almost non-existent when you ate the cheese too. So. No, not that sip. I got a little bit more of the caramel. The hops in the beer is kind of muted, but the tanginess in the cheese definitely still lingers throughout the beer. And it just, for the most part, the only change that I'm noticing is the mango is pretty much almost muted, and the citrusy note is just overly enhanced. Let's try it the other way. We'll say, like I said, this cheese does have a little bit of an astringency to it when you're swallowing. So I'm thinking I don't know if this is going to work out well. I think it would be better the cheese before the beer. But let's try it out anyways. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Okay, that's weird. Now it's vice versa. It's the pineapple is more noticeable, and the citrusy flavor kind of gets muted. That's really weird. And the hops are noticeable when you do it this way. So yeah, that's definitely odd. It's like it reverses the palate, if that makes any sense. Kind of like I said, what it took out of the first time, it enhanced the second time and took out the things that were enhanced the first time. But not bad.
Wow.
I will say I was a little skeptical on trying the goat cheese. I heard the earthy and the gamey notes, and I was kind of like, will I like it? Maybe I won't. But I think it's very good. Like I said, that cheese you could have on a bagel, crackers, something like that. That cheese is good. This beer is good. So next time around, I'll have a score for the two and a score for the pairing. So cheers, guys. And I would like to say thank you, Beer Man, for doing this show, because if you didn't do this show, I might have not have ever tried a goat cheese. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
You're
like,
welcome.
yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I was a little skeptical. I was like, oh, goat cheese. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna like that. And then I was reading online. It's very intense and
Yeah.
more of a earthy. And like you guys are saying, sometimes the goat cheese has that gamey note. And I don't know, like I like. I've had venison before, but it kind of threw me off because it was like more of that, gamey note. You know what I'm talking about? Someone had me try um deer jerky, which is
Oh,
venison.
yeah.
Makes your mouth foam a little bit and
And
get
I
you
wasn't really a
numb.
fan of it. Yeah, I don't really like the gaming taste. But
I love it.
yeah, cheers, guys.
Right on, Tatter, man. Thank you. I appreciate your honesty. You're a very honest reviewer. So
Thank you, man.
I think we all are, but yeah. All right, cool. Let's get me up here. Cheers to everyone, man. I had a great freaking chat's awesome. Appreciate you guys and your support. Appreciate the panel of court. You guys just are always so cool. So all right, let's get into the beer first. So it's a dark Belgian style at 10% from Freem out of Hood River, Oregon. Their elegant bottle series with the fucking cork. All right, let's get into the nose.
Ooh.
So funk, yeah, like a little bit of a locker funk, farmhouse funk, yeasty Belgian niceness. Everything you would ask for in a Belgian yeasty beer. It's got a nice, kind of a rich caramel kind of smell. It's more bready on the nose. It's not sweet. It's more of a funky with a bready, maybe a little dough thrown in there. French bread or something, maybe. I don't know. Looking at it, it's such a creamy head. Looking at it again, should I say, a very creamy head though, very like not frothy, like just very silky, like now like a nitro head. It's very together and tight and just smooth looking. Leaving some good lace in though. Off white head, not quite tan. Nice hazy light brown. Let's get into the drink. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, beer man.
That's complex, man. That's a pretty first of all, body and mouthfeel. The mouthfeel is very smooth, very creamy, like a nitro kind of style, like it looks. Very creamy. It's actually about 50, 55. It's probably room temp right now. It's not 55 in here, but it's you know what I mean. But it's just so nice. The finish is nice and bitter. A very nice hoppy, earthy bitterness in the back from the hops and stuff. A nice pepper kind of thing. Almost has a little bit of anise kind of thing, or like black pepper, anise, licorice kind of notion going on. There is kind of a plummy, or no, not a plummy, more of a like a I guess plum or dates or something. Not dates, more dried plums or something.
Prunes?
Yeah. Prunes. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, pruny, definitely. Body is nice and rich. It's a nice full medium body. It's got that medicinal kind of flavor. It's got a medicinal bite, medicine, band-aids, along with that farmy barn kind of feel. It's quite nice. This is very good. I like the bitter, dry kind of finish. It takes away a lot of that funkiness and allows you to, enjoy your swallow, so it's not funky down the throat. But just kind of dries it, rids it. 10% is real nice too. No alcohol really present. It's a warmer though. You do get a little warming feel. It's not intense though. Now going into the cheese is for those that don't know or didn't see mine, it's a cheddar cheese. It's a goat cheese tube. It was a honey blossom one, so it's got a sweetness to it. Smelling it, this is more feta smelling. This has more saltiness in the smell. It smells more like a plain. It doesn't have a whole lot of honey involved in it, infused. As it it's just my nose. What? No, white booger. It's very feta though. It's got that salty kind of herbal, salty. I guess like a Caesar salady vibe or something. It's got like this weird funkiness to it, but it also has a slight sweetness in the smell. Now, let's taste it. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. That too.
Teasers.
Sweet. Put that down before I poke my eye out. It does have a salty, there's a salinity there with that it's like a balance between sweet and salty. And then you got that weird, funky feta kind of animalistic kind of quality to it, or like just real. It almost even has like an umami-ish like feel, or some kind of meaty edge. But then you're bringing in this honey, this sweetness, and it just kind of like, it's like sweet and sour, or something like that. It's like sweet and hot, mixing all that together, and it's just such a perfect mix. This one's more or less. I've had more. I've had ones that were more or less feta and more sweet, which is the one that Tanner had. He has actually the honey one of that brand is more sweet. It's less earthy and stuff like that. This one's more earthy, more feta forward, but with a sweet edge. So this might actually work with this beer, to be quite honest. Let's go try that out. Let's do the cheese before beer. Never done it with any kind of Belgian beer, so it works.
Oh yeah,
it's so feta, man. I wonder if it's the age of the. I don't know.
Cheesers.
Chasers.
oh,
The funk works together with the funk. The funk works with the funk, and then you taste like goat, like that raw, unpasteurized, rough, raw, thick whoa-ness of the cheese. It's like that, just that unpasteurized like thickness, that milkiness coming right out of the goat's teat, man. Just spraying it right down in the can and drinking. It's got like that nice barnyardy kind of thickness there. It's just so nice, man. I like that. This brings out that, and I like that in goat cheese. So
yeah.
personally, I like that. Not everyone likes it, especially if you're new to it. Tanner was new to it. Hopefully you'll have some more of this and try it out with different styles of beers. But this goes very nice with the funk. That's what I like about that. Funk on funk. Feta would have gone good with the dark, I think, with the dark Belgian. Beer before cheese.
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Oh, come on. Tongue, man. I almost screwed that up.
What are you using, a steak knife?
That's what you need a butter knife.
I know. I got to get some softer butter. Let me try that again. No, wait. Let me get some water. Should I let everyone hear the noise of my mouth when I swish and eat? Like
ASMR.
Like ASMR.
ASMR beer man.
Last time I watched one of those beer ASMRs, I got scared. Jeremy Vincent.
The cheese is nice after the beer too, because it smothers the nastiness of the beer. It's not nasty, but most people would think that it is if they're not used to a freaking Belgian style yeast, in a beer. They are funky, and it takes that cheese kind of smothers it like a blanket over a fire. It just kind of takes that farm funk out and brings in the milky delightfulness. That milky, nice honey comes through more. So actually, I just like it both ways.
There you go. Can't lose, right?
I love it both ways on this one. So this is gonna have some good scores on both sides. So all right, let's get back to Miscellaneous and get our last thoughts. And go ahead and shout yourself too afterwards. Yeah, we're getting
right. So start with the cheese. The Cisco brand Feta. It's very, very salty. If you have high blood pressure, you should not eat this at all. I've not had Vegemite yet. I will pass on the vegetable paste. I heard it's very salty as well. Not bad, I actually like it. I think this would be good incorporated into something like a salad or maybe Greek fries, French fries with the feta and some other stuff on there. Be good. Overall, honestly, you ain't supposed to eat feta like that. We all know it. Everybody knows it. Supposed to incorporate it into something else or have some deli meats or something. I will say that the one Bumpy was talking about in the oil with the herbs and you can eat that shit straight up all day. It's very, very good. Definitely not good for your cholesterol and blood pressure. Sky high. I'm not lying. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not the best feta I've had, but it's not bad. Depending on the situation, what you're trying to use it for. I think this would go great with like Greek fries, you know what I mean? Feta and some other stuff. Just due to the salinity alone, that's the only thing I'm knocking on. Flavor's great. I stick it at 90. It's not the best feta, but it's still good. It's definitely not like Pinky's Out feta, but not bad. The beer from Burlington, the Uncanny Valley, it's pretty good. Like this, but having a lot of beers like this where I don't know what the IBUs are on this. It's not listed on the can. I could probably go look it up. I feel like it's just missing. I mean, the fruit notes are great. It's juicy, drinkable. It's all could be. Missing the balance, man. I just want a little bit more pine or some. Like I think pine would elevate this a bit. Maybe not so much of the resinous because you get a little bit of that resinous. Even though I said there's virtually no bitterness to this, I had to take my tongue, clench it to my hard palate, top of the roof of my mouth, and then I did get some bitterness out of it, which was good. I just think if they brighten that up a little bit, could elevate this beer. Really, it could take it to another level, in my opinion. That being said, this beer's not bad. I'm gonna score it at I scored it at 91. Not bad
Nice.
at all. Not the best IPA I had. Very, very good. Would I drink this again? Absolutely. Would I pay for it? I don't know. It was free.
That's the best.
Best kind. So yeah, pairing wise, it was they kind of stood their own ground. I will say that when I had the cheese before the beer was good. The beer washed that salinity away, and you just kind of got left with a real milky mozzarella type flavor. Cheese, I don't know, beer and then the cheese was when I did get that the elevated hop flavors brought those out a little bit more, but Nothing too mind-blowing. I would definitely it's hard, because you just like did it pair with feta. But this feta, I think if I had a different feta, maybe this might have paired out a little better. Maybe something a little bit more on the funky side, something like Bumpy had would have paired better. This is just really salty and that's pretty much it. Salty, milky, forward. It's a very, 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 very mild, slight hint of the goat. So I will say I'm not going to score it. I'm going to say it's ho-hum. This is like one of those ones where you're dancing on the edge. It could go really well or it could not. And I could definitely say that would be based on your brand of feta. Me personally, I don't think this particular one works that well with this particular beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion on that. But I definitely think feta is something to incorporate with some beers. Maybe I mean, it's salty. Mine is salty as all could be. So, like, I'm thinking
Greek Pilsner.
total opposite spectrum, you know, like a chocolate imperial barrel aged stout or something with the salt. You get the sweet chocolatey with the salt. I think you could go in a really good direction that way, but I don't know. Feta is different, and you got to get acclimated to it. I've had my fair share of feta before. Not for everybody, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there that I think would go good with this. Like maybe like a Hefeweizen or Crystal Weizen
or an Italian
definitely see
Pilsner.
some German style beers would probably go really, really well with this cheese. So some bananas, some cloves, a little bit of some yeasty kicks in there, maybe a little extra barnyard just to elevate it. Maybe even saison territory. So yeah.
Well, saison could definitely, yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Shout outs for me. Thursday night beer session will be at 8:00 Eastern. I'm going to be putting a vintage KBS up against the 2022 KBS. Plain version. Year on the vintage KBS, not sure yet. I've got a couple places I could bounce around. I might try to look to find a 2021 to compare to the 2022, but if I do find something older, I'm all about that. You know, there's definitely some spots around town where it's readily available. I have one little particular hidey hole in mind because I bought some beer from them and they had some old shit and I had to drain pour it. So that might be a better place to go look for that kind of stuff. Yeah. After that, it'll be the hot seat on Leprechaun TV's channel. That'll be barbecue banner, interviews, restaurant stories, things like that. Great show. Check them out, 9:00 Eastern on Thursday. That's it. Shout out to John and Ellie for the Burlington.
Right on.
Awesome. AKA Georgia Beer Reviews. Go check them out. Stout Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. It's busy man.
One day I'll be there. One day.
Yeah.
I got to eat my
I'm
breakfast.
getting things worked out to maybe I could take a Sunday off. I've been talking with my boss about maybe being able to get on a Stout Sunday if he'll run it. I mean, no offense to Ron or anything like that. I did talk to John too. I said, if you can't make these morning shows, then why can't we do an evening edition? You know, maybe 7 or something. Because Josh goes on at 8, and nobody wants to cut anybody's throat, step on anybody's toes. So I threw that out there. He was receptive to it. Keep your eyes peeled. Get that bell on. Cheers, boys.
Nice. Thanks, Miscellaneous, man. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man.
All right. Bumpy.
All right. We'll go with the Feta first, I guess. We're giving it a score. Yeah, damn good Feta. This is the first time I've had Feta by itself without either being mixed in the oils like I had it before, or being put on some type of food product. And it's pretty good. This one, it reminds me of. This is more of like the feta that you find on those Greek pizzas, you know. It's got a nice bite to it, but I could definitely see this also being used in the salads, the Greek salads. I think it'd go great in like pasta salad as well. Pasta salad's going to have a lot of the type of oily dressing that you might find some feta like this soaking in, you know. So it definitely is more of a cheese that's going to be used as you know, an addition with some type of other foods versus just eating by itself. But this is going down pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm going to give this feta a 97 out of 100. As far as this dry hopped Zwickel from Bitburger and Deschutes, basically it tastes just like the standard Bitburger German Pils, but it's just a little bit more bitter. It's hoppier. But to say I like this one more than the traditional Bitburger, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much the same to me. It's just a little different take. Really? It drinks good. Good flavors to it. I'll score it a 95 out of 100. I think that's probably right where I'd probably land a Bitburger pills as well, probably right around there. So, as far as the pairing went, yeah, I think it they matched up fairly well. Slight things were taken away. Slight things were kind of boosted up in the beer, but taken away in other ends of the beer. So it did change. It did change the beer a little bit, and it kind of muted the cheese on certain aspects, but didn't totally. They didn't totally conquer one another. So I think that they mixed fairly well. Good German Pilsner and some Greek salad, or even like a Greek pizza. Well, they probably go pretty well together. So the cheese, same thing. As far as promos and shout outs, 50-point inspection videos, I put those out on Wednesdays and Fridays. So I got a couple already in the queue to go. Jesus, I'm stood again. On Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on my channel, Bumpy Road Brewery, I do New Brew. It is to show where you bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. I just asked that both panel and folks in the chat, if you can think of a question to ask, please feel free. It's just a portion of the show where try to get at least one question, maybe two questions if we have time out there for the panel to answer. So interesting questions are welcome. Usually if they're either related to some type of a beer type theme, or if it's related to the beer that we all, each one of us has brought, then that's pretty cool. But I appreciate everybody that does bring questions, because I definitely can't do it on my own. I could, but I'd probably just be asking repeat questions over and over again, because my tiny brain only functions in a scope. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, shout out to my dog Sadie. She's on her period now.
Oh.
She's not fixed. So this is her. She's now in heat, and she's bleeding all over my floors.
Oh no!
Yeah, she's out here leaving little blood spots, and then Telly and Kobe are coming up sniffing around. I'm like, no.
Oh.
So
wait,
I put down a towel. I put down a towel so she would lay on it, and then Kobe comes out and lays on the towel.
Put a depend on her.
I'll tell you, they make an apparatus, Bumpy. After the show.
Yeah, I gotta get her in. And get her. Is a spade for a female dog?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's we gotta do that to our cats. Actually, our girl cats. Girls are more money.
buy a diaper and cut the hole in the tail.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Cheers, Thrash.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, my stepdaughter is due any day.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there'll probably be some diapers around somewhere. But
that's awesome, dude. Nice.
Other shout outs though, let's shout out that last beer character over there in the chat. Sunday nights on his channel, Last Beer. So Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, he does this show called Beer Bowl Discussions, and he'll usually start off the show doing a beer review of whatever product he brings, and then opens up a panel, topics on ongoing beer topics, or new things happening within the beer industry within that week or so. But great show, good time to just go and hang out and just bring any beer you want and just chit chat. So cheers to the last beer.
Yeah. Cheers, Josh. Last beer. Beer. I love beer.
It's good, yeah.
Prost. Hey, Bumpy. Thank you so
Well-
much.
You're welcome.
Cheers to you, man. Thank you. Right on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to whatever the hell you throw out for the next
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
the next episode. I'm hoping it's already a cheese that I have in the mix.
We'll have to. Well, yeah, we'll spread them out. We'll get the Ennies in there once in a while so everyone can have fun. But yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Let's get Tanner up here. All right.
All right, so rating for the goat cheese. It was very good. Definitely not a cheese that I could eat a whole lot of because it is very rich, and I feel like if I ate too much of this, it'd probably mess up my stomach. But it is very good. Very creamy, very tangy and sour. I liked it. I'm gonna give it like a there was only like a little bit of funk in the back end. So maybe I need to try a goat cheese that actually has that prominent funk flavor to see if I like it or not. I'll give this cheese I'll give it like a 96. I definitely could see myself putting this on like a bagel, on crackers, maybe trying it with some other beers. It's definitely a very versatile cheese. I do like it. Like I said, the flavor is great on it. It's a little astringent. When you're eating it, it's kind of it's a little I guess pasty is actually a good word. It's a little pasty. It's got like that texture. Um, yeah, very good cheese. The resin, 6 Point Brewery. The what I definitely would say about this beer is this is a crushable double IPA, West Coast style double IPA. 103 IBUs though. It wasn't incredibly bitter. Like 103 IBUs. I'm thinking that this is gonna be like super hop resin, floral bitterness. But in my opinion, it really wasn't. It was like I said, on the aroma, it was more mango. On the palate, it was more pineapple. Aroma was more orange. Palate was more lemon. Grapefruit on the palate and the aroma. The caramel malt note that you get with the West Coast IPAs, most West Coast IPAs, wasn't overpowering. Add a little bit of sweetness. The breadiness was there. It was actually a lot lighter than I expected a 9.1% double IPA to be. But the fact that it was lighter made it even more crushable and drinkable. And like I said, I could probably drink 3 or 4 of these, no problem. I actually drank almost half the beer, or more than half the beer, before I even ate the cheese. That's how drinkable this beer was. I will give this. I will say it's not overly complex, but it's definitely a beer that I would pick up in the future if I wanted a nice West Coast style IPA. Something that's definitely well balanced, very well rounded. I'll give the beer like a 90, 94. I was going to say 93, but the fact that it's a 9.1% West Coast IPA, and it's super crushable, I definitely have to give a little bit more of a rating. I don't know how much, I don't know, what do these come in? 6 packs, 4 packs? Do you guys know? It seems like they're affordable too. $2.39.
Yeah, they typically come in 4 packs.
You know how much a 4 pack usually costs you?
4 packs or 6 packs? I don't even know now. It's been a long time. They sell them in a 12-pack mixed variety too. So.
Okay. Yeah, it was, like I said, it's very good. The only reason why I gave it that 94 is because it's definitely not like a overly complex beer where you're picking up all these different fruit notes every time you take a sip, and it's just a very well representation of a West Coast style IPA that's crushable, which is, I've had some double IPAs or double West Coasts where it's like you take 2 or 3 sips and you feel like you might not be able to drink the beer that fast. I mean, I definitely get through them, but most double IPAs or double West Coast, I'll probably have 1 or 2. This one, like I said, I could definitely drink like 3 or 4 of these, no problem. But yeah, 94 for the beer. For the rating, for the pairing, I did like the little vice versa when you tried it both ways. It kind of switched up the palate.
6-packs.
6-packs? Oh, okay. So it seems like it's a very affordable beer too. So, in $2.39 for a single can. I mean, it is a 12-ounce, but so I'm guessing what do these run? Maybe like $12, maybe for a 6-pack. If it's $12,
Yeah,
11.
there were some on the sites I was looking at. They're right around $13 or so for.
That's still not bad. A
Other ones were up in the
9.1%
$17
ABV.
range, which is stupid.
Yeah,
that's way stupid.
9.1% ABV. If you can get a 6-pack for around $11 to $13, I mean, I think that's a good price. Rating for the pairing, I'll give it like a 95. I think it worked really well together. And if you ever had a double West Coast, if you haven't had a double West Coast IPA with a goat cheese, try it out and tell me what you think about it, because I think it worked out pretty well together. As far as shout outs, Wednesday we'll be reviewing we're doing a brewery review. 9 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be doing Founders. So grab a Founders beer and come on the show with me, review your Founders beer, and then we'll go over the website, talk about the distribution, anything else we want to talk about the company, as long as we keep it respectful. And, we don't want to be slandering companies and completely bashing companies. We want to try to keep it somewhat professional,
Don't buy Duclaw.
Yeah. I mean, one day we'll probably do Duclaw because Duclaw is very popular. Well, it's you can get it almost everywhere.
Some reason, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing with the brewery reviews. We're trying to make it breweries that is pretty much available for everybody. So companies that have a little bit more of a distribution than everyone else is kind of what we're pinpointing at this point. But yeah, so like I said, Wednesday we'll do the brewery review the beer, and then each panel member will throw up a rating for the brewery, and then we'll average out everyone's ratings, and that'll be a rating for the show. On every other Wednesday, I do Will It Mix, which is a pretty much cocktail show, or cuvee, which is like you mix two different beers together. And pretty much you just mix any type of alcoholic beverage with whatever you want. You can mix it with juice. You can mix it with like a hard soda, hard seltzer. Mix it with soda. Mix as long as it's got alcohol in it, and you want to mix it with something else, it's perfectly fine with me. It's more of a just laid back kind of live bar, open panel hangout show where we just kind of shoot the shit and have a good time and just kind of talk about the cocktail we're making. And also on Saturdays, I do Rate That Beer, which is just open panel, live beer community beer reviews. Bring whatever beer you want. It doesn't have to be new. It could be something that you've already had, and maybe you want to revisit it, or if you haven't had the chance to talk about it on a panel. So yeah, just hop on, and that's at 8 p.m. Shout outs to other people. Did you shout out Eric?
Nope.
Anybody? No.
Not for any particular reason. There's just a bunch of people.
Yeah. Well, I actually I had to use the bathroom while you were going.
Sorry, Eric.
So yeah, I'll shout out Eric, also known as Thomas Mello 75, also known as Massachusetts Beer Reviews. He does his Wild Card Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Bring any type of alcoholic beverage, whether it's liquor, beer, malt beverage. I mean, even if you brought a wine, I mean, I haven't seen any. I don't think I've seen someone do a wine yet, as far as I know. But I'm sure that would be perfectly fine with him. The only thing is, don't be a douche. And yeah, so I'll leave some room open for, I believe, Beerman. If Beerman's got anybody else to shout out. And thanks for having me, Beerman. And cheers, panel. Cheers, chat. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Welcome, man. Good to have you here, man. Cheers. Thank you, Tanner. All right. Okay, so yeah, let's do the cheese first, real quick. The cheese was the cheese. It was more feta forward. It was more earthy, animalistic. It was that. But had that honey edge. It was nice, good sweetness in there. It was decent for $2. I can't argue with it. It was fresher. I'd love to see what it tastes like when it's fresh, but I'll give it like a 90, 92 out of 100. I've had better goat cheeses, but it was still kind of a quality kind of feel to it. The beer was excellent. It was a very good night, a very nice Belgian dark, strong ale, if you want to call it that. Had everything that you could ask for in it. I think it had that nice, I don't know, just that funky. I was looking up. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out the word that I was looking for. Phenolic, damn it! It had that phenolic kind of thing, and that medicinal phenolic kind of band-aid. Phenol being like the spicy kind of a peppery, spicy anise kind of thing going on, or something like that. Cloves come to mind, or and then plum, maybe a little raisin. It was very complex. It was very heating in the back, but it wasn't like intolerable. It was very nice with the alcohol. The finish was dry. It wasn't super bitter, but did have some bitterness. The body was a nice full medium, and the mouthfeel was smooth like a nitro. It was very nice. So very good beer. You're a good beer. You're all done too, and I drank you all. Very drinkable. So I'll give this a 95 out of 100. I thought it was delicious. So I'm getting into the Belgian ones. They're a little harder to kind of. They just have that bite to them. It's like sour beers, like sour ales. You get that sour, you're like, yeah, Jesus, that's fucking sour. But yeah, so it's just a matter and smoked beers are even another one that's hard to get used to sometimes, if you're starting out with them. The mixture together was excellent. And you know what? I have a banner for that. I do. I like it both ways.
Oh,
I mean, not.
I know.
That's terrible. I think a girl would get off better with that one than a guy. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. But but I like it both
I would
ways.
agree with that statement.
I like it before a cheese before beer. I like beer before cheese. There we go. That's what I mean by that. In this show, that's what I mean. So the cheese before beer was nice though, and it took away the funk. It brought in the milky. It smothered it like a blanket, like I said, a fire blanket or something like that. Put out the fire, and then going beer before cheese. It kind of went farmhouse with farmhouse. It went nasty with nasty, but then brought out like a nice milky edge too, and I really liked that in the end. So the finish was really nice. Beer before cheese. I'm gonna give it a 90, 96 on the pairing, man. It's something to try. Check it out. I would definitely try a honey one though. Not a fruited one, just a honeyed goat cheese. A tube of goat cheese. Yes, try it with the dark Belgian strong ale. Do it, please. Do it now. So the anticipation is coming to an end. Cheers, Brandon, man. Cheers to you, craft beer pours. Cheers to you. Let's show you for next Tuesday I'm gonna just make you guys cringe. Just like wonder what to bring up. I gotta find the picture.
Mac D's will do it. Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, here we go. This is it.
Hold on.
Hold
it.
Vita lager, anything fruited, or a wee heavy, or a Scotch ale, however they're worded, however it's done. Gouda, cream cheese, because no one's ever done that. That's why I put that there.
I thought you did cream cheese.
I did, but no one else has done it. So I want you guys. I would love for you guys to try cream cheese. Just if you don't mind, if you want to bring that up, bring it up. It's up to you. You choose. Gouda, cream cheese, or anything flavored. Anything flavored is anything added, like an adjunct into the cheese. Okay. I don't care what it is. Yeah, it could be buffalo wing Gouda or cheddar or something like that, or whatever the hell you want to bring. So, yeah, 3 beer styles and 3 cheese styles. Pick one of 3 from each and pair it up. Hopefully that's said right. That's that for 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific my time, next Beer and Cheese Tuesday. And then Wednesday is tomorrow, and this is the picture I showed for that.
Oh, yeah.
This should
So
be fun.
ready for that.
I am too. And I think Alex is ready.
He
But that's
doesn't show up, he's fired.
3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, excuse me, for you guys. 3 o'clock for me tomorrow. So be there if you want to be there for that and see what we bring. It's basically what I do for those that are new is I show a picture and you just go off of your imagination. You go and figure it out. I don't care what it is. Anyone's allowed to come on, even if you wanted to bring a hams on and you thought that it had something to do with chocolate cake.
Well, I've already got the perfect beer in my fridge to go with cream cheese. So
Sweet.
I just need to not drink all the beer
Oh shit.
in a week.
I guess something light. I don't know. It's more of like a buttery kind of salty, creamy cheese. It's cream cheese, but yeah.
So yeah, if I pick cream cheese, I'm going on the fruit. It's
Oh jeez.
This beer has cream cheese. in
stout
it.
with cream cheese.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome, dude. I got it. Hold on. Let me
Who
real
the
quick.
fuck put
There you go.
carrots in the cake?
Damn, dude. That's awesome as hell. A milk stout.
This isn't the
Excellent.
beer I was thinking of, though. But I was just like, oh wait, this beer has cream cheese in it, so that's interesting.
That's got a lot of nice flavors in there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. All right. Yeah, that looks good.
Are you drinking?
Interesting, if anything. But yeah, so I've got some beers in the fridge. I'll do some reviews probably this week, maybe one or so. I haven't really been getting into the reviews lately. The brewery's done though. I'm doing the drain right now. It's kind of a bitch. I kind of forgot like a few little bits of cement around it to tighten it in and secure it, but I got to get that done before I get the inspector, and then I'll start my studio out there. We'll probably get into that probably by the end of the month. I'll be out there with my YouTube studio. You won't see this behind me anymore. It'll be all different, and we'll start brewing some beer on Saturdays. Maybe other
drain in there and caulking all around it, make it look nice.
Yeah, dude, just make it look pretty and say that we're good. Yeah, yep. So just get this done, right? I just want to get it done. Who the fuck can start brewing beer so I don't have to pay for it anymore?
Very close.
No, but that's it. Yeah, let me bring us all up here. I'm just gonna leave it where we're at. Thank you guys. Thank you. First, let me just say thank you first to the chat. Thank you guys for your support. We had Jake in here, man. Shalancha, do yeah, brother. All right. And just everyone, man, appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you subscribing to us and hanging out with us through these hardcore fucking reviews that we do. That even though they might bore you sometimes, maybe I don't know. They don't bore me, but sometimes they might. I don't know. Who knows? We try to make it exciting though. So you guys are awesome, and the panel here, man. You guys rock. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews, Bumpy Road Brewery, and East Coast LQ Reviews, and Beer Man. And
save some this time. Yeah.
shoot, hold on, I gotta pour a beer before we do our last, man.
Hurry, but not too
Get
quick.
ready. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll pour the rest later. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from in this beautiful world. And let me keep sipping on it because I gotta find the outro. You guys, but not after one more sip. 2 sips or 3. 5. Mm-hmm.